Hey everyone, Martin here at OrangeBox Photography and welcome to the channel. So today I wanted to do an unboxing and review of my new Manfrotto carbon fibre tripod. I've been looking for a lightweight tripod just to carry around. I've been using an aluminium one, and although it's quite light, it's just not as light when I'm humping all my gear around everywhere. So I was looking for something quite lightweight but still quite rigid, so I'm not going to be susceptible to camera shake and things. And this Manfrotto 055CXPRO3 pretty much came out on top of the list. This is a 3-leg extension tripod. There is a Pro 4 which is a 4th-leg extension, which does compact down to a smaller size, which makes it even easier to carry around. But the Pro 3 with the 3 legs was a better fit for me. It makes it a little bit more rigid, there are less extensions on the legs that you get. So basically, just to give you the specs, this tripod extends up to 175 centimeters in height. So if you're 6 foot tall like myself, it's going to be more than tall enough without you having to hunch over and look through the viewfinder of your camera. The tripod itself comes in at a weight of 1.7 kilos, so it's pretty light as far as tripods go. And also it can support a weight of up to 8 kilograms. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this unboxed, then we'll take some closer looks at it and do some tests with it, see what the stability is like with the camera on. I get a camera mounted on here, and then we'll take you through the bits and bobs of the tripod. So if we get this unboxed, obviously, yeah, a lot of people say that these Manfrotto boxes are quite plain and boring. I think I've said this in previous videos. Personally, I think it's to desensitize you before you see the goodness that's inside. Because one thing Manfrotto do is the gear is extremely nice looking and well made to boot as well. So if we get in here and get this tripod out of here. So there is the Manfrotto 055CXPRO3. Now, it does come with some instructions. I'll just get that bag out of the way. So it does come with instructions for those people who are interested in reading those sorts of things. I'm not a fan, but they are there. So there it is, the Manfrotto 055CXPRO3. I don't know if you can pick that up. I'll do some close-ups on a video as well, just so you can have a closer look at this. But the first thing is it feels very well made. Which it should be for the price you pay for it. You do pay a premium for these carbon fibre tripods, but when it comes to things like this, you do get what you pay for. So as you can see, it is a three-leg extension. So leg 1 and leg 2 there. There have been people say that these rubber feet on the bottom do come off, so I've never really had a problem with them, but I suppose you could glue them on if you're really worried about it. But the thing is, you can get these replaced and have spikes if you need spikes for the bottom of these feet. So that is the Manfrotto 055CXPRO3. I'm going to leave it there, and then we'll get this set up, and then we'll take some closer looks at it. But overall, really impressed with this tripod. It does feel really well made. And obviously a lot lighter, and as you can see from the size, it's not very big when it's all compacted down, so it's easily going to be able to be carried on your rucksack when you're walking around. So we'll leave it there for now, guys, and then I'll come back and we'll take a closer look at it. Right, so here's the 055CXPRO3. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this extended out just so you can see how tall this tripod actually goes to. I'm still amazed by the quality and just the general feel of this tripod. So you can see the legs are opened and locked and unlocked by these clamps. I prefer these to the G-locks. Some people prefer the G-locks for quickness. Personally, 6 and 2/3. I don't think it makes much of a difference. So if we get all these legs extended here, just so you can see how tall this can actually get. So that's with the legs all fully extended. Now, so as you can see, it's pretty quick to get those legs extended out. So as you can see already, I'm 6 foot tall, and this tripod is almost at the same eye level for me. Now, obviously, there's no ball head or head on here at the moment. So if we just get my ball head on here, so this is the 057 RC4 ball head. from Manfrotto as well. If you want to see a review of this, I'll pop a link on the screen here so you can have a look at that review. But if you see here, if we get this ball head on here, instantly, you know, we're at height for my eyes. So once there's a camera on here, perfect height, and the center column is still fully in the down position. So don't even need to raise the center column for myself, being 6 foot tall. That's absolutely fantastic. You know, first thing noting is, you know, if you give this a tap, it does vibrate, but it settles down very, very quickly, which is really useful. Now, the tripod itself does have this little hook thing here. Now, basically this is for a carrying strap that you can get as an accessory from Manfrotto. And if I turn this around a little bit more, it also has this here, which is another little hook. And this is for just adding extra weight. So you can add your bag on here just to give it a little bit more stability if you're in, you know, adverse weather conditions, etc. But if we just take this ball head off here a sec. Now, it does come with a bubble level on the top, which is over here. I don't really get the point of that, because as soon as you put any kind of head on there, you're not going to be able to see the bubble level anyway, at least not very well. It just doesn't come out the side far enough. With the 057, it virtually covers this bubble level. Not that it matters too much, because obviously the 057 has its own bubble levels anyway, and most of the modern cameras now are coming with their own virtual horizons. So spirit levels aren't really much use these days anyway. Still handy to have, I guess. So if we have a little look around here, all these little buttons here are made out of magnesium. The head is made out of solid magnesium as well. So this is going to be very, very durable. Now, if we have a little look at this next feature, which is the coolest feature that one of the main reasons why I bought this, is if we extend the center column here, you can see, I mean, I'm 6 foot tall. It's just as tall as me, fully extended. And once you've got your ball head and a camera on there, this tripod is going to be get quite a good height on it. So this is Manfrotto's, I believe it's called a Q system. Although don't mark me on that, because I'm not fully up to speed with it. But it has a little button under here which you can press and release, which allows you to rotate the center column and put it sideways on like that. Now this is useful specifically if you're trying to get close to the ground. And as you can see here, it does rotate through 360 degrees. And obviously, to tighten that up, if you just tighten the little screw on the back here, that tightens up and it makes it really, really rigid. So that is quite good, especially if you're trying to get low to the ground and get this tripod as low as possible. That's really going to help you with that. Obviously, it's good as well if you're trying to do sort of, you know, product photography and that kind of thing, and you need to kind of get sideways on. Then that's going to be really helpful for that as well. But it's really, really easy to use. Just push this button, push it in, lock it in place, and down it goes again. So that is a fantastic feature. One of the features why I bought it, because I do some macro stuff from time to time, and this doesn't let me get that much closer to the subject. It does come with this little thing as well, which just clips onto the legs. And this is a little sort of nut bolt thing which you just use to adjust the legs. So if these little clamps here come a little loose, you've got a little tool that Manfrotto give you as well, which is handy and just sticks on there. So probably a chance that it'll get taken off, because it's not very, very tight on there, but it is something there that you can use. So what we're going to do then is I'm just going to collapse this down, and then I will show you how close this tripod can actually get to the ground. So if we just get all these legs just put in here. So as you can see, it's pretty quick to close this down and lock it all in place. So as you can see, the legs themselves can be moved. So they've got these little locks. So if you click it, and it'll let you move it through 3 different positions. It will let you go virtually at 90 degrees, which is or actually let you go beyond 90 degrees actually. So if we get all these extended out, and then just raise this center column up here a sec. So as you can see here, and I'm hoping this camera is going to be at the right angle so you can see, this tripod will let you get pretty low to the ground. I mean, that's not even as low as it'll let you get. You can take this even lower still. If you just undo these legs, it'll virtually let you get flat on the floor. What's that? I mean, that's probably what, 2.5 inches off the floor. So you can see from that just how low it'll get you to the ground. And if I give you a side profile look on, if we turn that round a little bit, that's going to enable you to get super low to the ground. So if you're into macro stuff, or you need a tripod that lets you get extremely close to the ground, then this is one definitely worth considering. The build quality on this is absolutely phenomenal. Everything feels really well made. It feels really stable as well. So what we're going to do next is, if we just get this packed away, is I'm going to get a camera mounted to this, and then we'll just get a video running on it, and then we'll give it a tap and just show you what the stability is like with a camera mounted on it, and how quickly it'll settle down from a good knock. So here we're going to do a bit of a stability test. So I'm going to give the tripod a good old whack. Now this tripod is fully extended with the center column fully lowered in its lowered position, using my 057RC4 ball head. So if I go ahead and give this a good whack, and you can see it doesn't take very long at all for the tripod just to settle back down and the picture to stabilize. So if we give it another good whack again, it's very stable. So if we just increase the height and raise up the center column here, so the center column's in its full raised position. We just lower this back down here so you can actually see. So this is the center column fully raised. This has got a D7000 on the top, 057 ball head. So there's a good couple of kilos on the very top of the extension. And if we give that a good whack, it does take a little bit longer to settle down. If you give it another whack there, you can see it just takes a moment just for it to settle down. But still quite impressive with the center column fully extended. A kilo of ball head and a kilo of camera on the top. It doesn't take very long at all for that to settle down, but there's definitely a more pronounced sort of wobble to it until it settles itself down. So overall, it's not bad at all. So I've had a chance to play with the tripod, and I've got to say, final thoughts on it is, it's a phenomenal tripod. The lightweightness of it is going to come into its own. If you're lugging gear around all day, you're definitely going to be thankful for the lighter weight of this tripod, and thankfully that lighter weight doesn't sacrifice stability. This Pro 3 is extremely stable, especially with the center column lowered to its lowest position. In fact, it's as stable as my aluminium tripod, if not more so. So for that alone, it's definitely worth it. As I say, the build quality this thing has is absolutely phenomenal. Magnesium parts, magnesium head, and obviously carbon fiber legs, absolutely first rate. So if you're after something lightweight, built like a tank, this is definitely something worth considering. Is it worth the premium? I would say so. I mean, I think it's definitely worth the extra money. Can you get cheaper tripods out there? Sure you can. Will they be as good? They'll be probably almost as good. So if you're after something, if you're after a carbon fiber tripod, you don't have to get a Manfrotto one. There are definitely some good brands out there, which are a lot cheaper. But personally, I trust in the Manfrotto gear. It's going to serve me well. I've heard a lot of good things about it, so I don't mind paying that little bit extra for the knowledge that it's going to last. So overall impressions is a fantastic tripod. If you're after something lightweight, then it's definitely something worth considering. If you guys got any questions, feel free to comment below. If you have one, let me know what do you think of the tripod. That's it for now, guys. Any other questions, feel free. Fire me an email at orangebox321@gmail.com. That's it for now, guys. Take care. Bye bye.